we're gonna share with you today is about GED as a pathway going to study in USA and worldwide. So these are the topic that we're gonna discuss roughly. We're gonna take a look what is GED in short, whom that own the GED. We have where do they accept the GED credential, subjects of GED, and all these kind of things. So we're gonna go through one by one. GED is actually stand for General Education Development. And the year that it's initiated was year 1942. So if you count it, it's now 82 years. So it's not that young. We have accumulated a lot of experience. So yes, the original country that GED start from is USA. So GED is the credential, it's higher secondary certificate. And the important thing is that it's allied to the US 12th grade completion, meaning that if you test it, you pass it, and you obtain the certificate, you'll be eligible to apply to university for the undergraduate level. So this is the really great benefit for GED. And yes, it's fully aligned with the standard set forth by the US Department of Education. We have been known worldwide as well. And the one that accrediting GED in the US, the name is quite long. So let me read that for you. It's Office of the State Superintendent of Education based in Washington, D.C. This accreditation also applies to all over 50 states in the US. So internationally, we also have been listed as the same level as other qualifications when you would like to apply to university enrollment, meaning that you can study GED anywhere in the world, and then you can go to the test center, which we have appointed the test center globally as well. And once you pass it, that credential, regardless of the place that you obtain, anywhere in the world, you can apply to those universities, mainly in the States. So GED actually, we are owned by two renowned organizations. The first one is Pearson. So Pearson is a public company. It's listed in stocks market in UK. And then we have this listed in the US as well. And actually, Pearson, we have 5 business units, and one of which is called Workforce Skill, which GED is part of. Another owner over there is called ACE, American Council of Education, which is pretty keen on education. So this is the good combination between one big company dedicating for education. If you go to search for Pearson by yourself after this, you can see that it is known as one of the biggest educational company in the world, partly because it is listed in stock market. So you can measure the capitalization, the market value. That's why it has treated like that. And GED is actually under the group of this one called Workforce Skill Unit. Some of you, if you have friends or family members studying at international level, or international curriculum schools. And as I said before, GED graduates could apply to study at the higher education institutes, having GED credential as a proven equivalency in completing high school level. And then if you take a look where in the world that do accept GED credential, some of you would like to go to the US as the priority destination. But in addition to that, we have more than 90 countries worldwide that accept GED. And in terms of numbers of test takers accumulated since the one that we have started, we have more than 20 million that tested GED worldwide. And if you're asking about the US only, numbers of institutions for the undergraduate level in the States, we have about 98% over there accepting GEDs. And in terms of numbers, that could be equivalent to about 3,000 institutions across the country. So apart from this, we have been accepted a lot, especially in those US, more than top 100 universities. So how many subjects that GED exam consists of? The answer is 4 subjects. So right now, we have the subjects over there in the bowl. You have RLA, Reasoning Through Language Arts, which is English, Reasoning Through Mathematics, Maths in short, Science, Social Studies. So these are the 4. The question is why that we need to add some words for those 2 subjects. Saying reasoning through, right? The thing is, right now, when you are going to study at the university level, you're going to be prepared for the master degree, or you're going to be prepared to come to the working world. So you must be able to think strategically. You must be able to plan strategically. You must be able to do a lot of things in terms of adopting reasoning, in terms of working in life. So that's why we have this kind of subject with this kind of name. So if you see over there, it's the measurement of skills and knowledge in reading, writing, science, mathematics, social studies, as well as critical thinking and problem solving will be examined. So this suggestion I would like to emphasize for the students that you are now preparing for this to go for the GED test, that we will measure your skill of critical thinking and problem solving. And when it comes to reading, writing, it's not just only the subjects of English. By the way, all 4 subjects will be conducted in English. But when it comes to the skill of reading and writing, it's not just only for English. It will be applied for all. And you will utilize and see more of this in the subjects of math, of reasoning through language arts, and also the social studies, a lot more in terms of reading and writing. And then the next one is, if you are now ready to go for the test, where are the places that you would like to go to? So basically, let me tell you this, we have the sister company called Pearson VUE, in short, which is Pearson VUE. And this is the committee under assessment and qualification group. By the way, this is another one under Pearson. So as I said earlier, we have 5 business units, and the assessment and qualification is one of which. So we leverage on the resources that Pearson owns. And just to let you know, this company is one of the biggest assessment company in the world. So GED is part of it. And the good thing is this the assessment of Pearson Test Center is normally available around the world. So we have here as well, you're going to see that later. And this is something that, you know, we have prepared for our test takers. We call test takers. All right. So here is pretty easy because you can go for the test by yourself, which I'm going to show you later. You have a lot of locations, so you can go to the preferred test center that's nearest to you. So this is something pretty easy. The test gonna be done online, but you need to have your presence, your physical presence at the test center. So here are the 3 test centers. The first one, if you can see, it's called Pearson Professional Centers. So this belongs by Pearson ourselves. And the second one called Herald Test Center. And the third one just that EducationUSA, all of which are based in Seoul. Once you have tested it, what are the documents that you will be successful, right? So as I said, you have 4 subjects. You can select to test any subject by yourself. We don't force you. And you can go for the test every day. The test center will be available every day, but you are the one to select which test center and the time slot. just like you are going to see the cinema, right? To see the movie. So you select your seat by yourself. That's really easy. And then once you pass it, for 4 subjects, you'll be given the diploma. Over here, this is the sample of the diploma. It's just really straightforward. And if you can take a look at the first one, it's issued under the State Superintendent of Education. And another one is the GED transcript. So my suggestion to use for the test takers, if you are on the way, meaning that you have tested partially, or you are about to go for the test, once you have tested, these 2 documents will be issued to you electronically. What I would suggest you to do is that you just save it in the normal file. No need to adjust. And in the US itself, they prefer the electrical document, right? If you don't save it in your mailbox, we adopt Indiana Jones, for this. 6 months later, it's going to be automatically disappear. So you got to pay that. This one going to be given for free. But if you want to buy it, you can, of course, you can purchase it. All right, so where to begin? Go to this pretty simple GED.com/EN. The reason that you need to /EN because this is for international. If you don't have this / the information will be the US based, which is slightly different. And yep, I would urge you to sign up for free as the student. My suggestion for you at this stage, and please help note it because it is important to avoid some kind of issues or problems. We have the case that students cannot remember the password. We have the case that students cannot remember even the email that they registered. Some students, they have a lot of emails, which I can understand, you might create a lot of things. So you cannot remember, and then to come to us, we would, of course, would love to help. But the way to verify yourself is not that easy and it's not that fast. I don't want to tell you all of this. You got to make a call, you got to queue up, you got to do a lot of things. So you can avoid this issue easily, just to make sure you have your email jotted somewhere that you will not forget, or if you forget, you can refer to it easily, and of course, must be safely as well, right? So this is my suggestion. And another thing that I like to tell you, once you have been successful in testing, all those 2 documents will be sent to you through this registered email. So this is important because it's channel for you to obtain those documents. So bear in mind, and I would appreciate if you could help transmit this kind of information. You can tell your friends on this as well. Right, and for you, if you like to study with the test prep partner here in Korea, so you can study with anyone that you are happy with. We don't limit you that you got to come to study with our own test prep partner. But every country that we are doing, we have what we call authorized test prep partner. So now this is just only one that we have here in Seoul. So what are the difference? You can study with anyone that you're happy. Like in my country, in Thailand, test takers also study with anyone else, which we respect, right? But this is like the option that you have. All those people will be trained by our trainers. So that is something like gives you a little more confidence, right? That, hey, you're studying with the trainers who have been given all the instructions from GED directly. But this is just for your information. And again, you can find this if you see that is URL GED.com/N. So you go there, this kind of information will be available. For all of you who haven't identified anyone that you would love to study with, and I know that here, especially you guys youngsters, you're happy with study online by yourself. We have this option available. It is the official tutoring program. We call it GED Complete. So the GED Complete is actually, we have 2 products. The first one is called GED Complete Express. This one, the total amount will be just $300. You can split the payment into 3 settlements by month, and you can select to study 4, 6, 8, or 10 months by yourself. But regardless of the month that you're gonna select, we provide you 12-month accessibility. So once you pay it in and you count in, from now until a year, you can access to this information anytime. The difference is for Express, it's detailed and monitored by AI, whereas for the standard, which is more expensive, so to speak, because it's $80 per month, this one will be tutored by the GED tutor, and we're talking about human. So this one, the human will come to you, will tutor you, and then you'll be given your learning small groups. Because we know that for youngsters, especially for that age, you prefer to have your friends. And the good point, which is like the bonus, because you will have a chance to know friends globally. So it's not just only from your country, but other countries as well. By talking with many students, I found that one of the key success factors that you can study and then you can succeed, to get the credential, you need friends. You need help, you need buddies. So especially at your age, I would encourage you to study with your friend, the friends that that, hey, you can be easy and then you can also be lazy, right? Because at the teenagers age, you can do that. But the friend who can, wake you up, the friend who can tell you and remind you, hey, come on, we got to study. So this is the one, right? Second one, allocate your time for that. I don't know about how things that you got to handle. I respect you guys. I mean, youngsters these days, you got a lot of things. And to me, I have seen a lot of youngsters that are really accountable. At your age, some of you have shown that you have been successful because you are taking charge quite nicely. So I respect that. And then make sure that you have your schedule coming up, right? All kinds of subjects that you're gonna study. The third one, you find any materials that will help you, especially, books. We have some books as well, but you know that in the market, they got many publishers. So find something that you feel comfortable with and allocate your time for that. I would suggest we got the help. We have the mock-up test called GED Ready. You can buy it from the website. It's just only $7. So instead of paying $80 immediately, just pay $7 first. If you're gonna be likely to pass, we're gonna tell you by system, you are likely to pass. So you have more confidence. Again, on the contrary, if you're not unlikely, the result will also telling you, hey, I don't think you are likely to pass, so you are unlikely. And these are the topics that the system will suggest you to review or to study more, right? So the third one, do mock-up test, preparing for the test. The fourth one, identify yourself, which subject you are really keen on and which subject you need help. I mean, this is normal, unless you are really good at this, meaning that 4 subjects, you're fine. But for some of you that that I'm really keen on 1 or 2 subjects and other 2s I need to study more. So spare some time thinking about that, identify the place and even something, reward yourself. No need to push you too much. You need to reward, hey, I'm gonna enjoy, going to see the cinema, I enjoy doing this and that. Maybe like ladies, you can say you're gonna enjoy shopping, blah, 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 right? Just to award yourself later. And then the fifth one is, do not give up. To be honest, I see a lot, many of them, I could tell you, it's quite common that you cannot pass all 4 subjects for the first attempt. Just like David said, it's difficult. So, to reduce the risk, you take the mock-up test first before you go for the test. And even you test it and you cannot pass it, that's fine. No need to make yourself harsh. Otherwise, you're gonna be, demoralized, which is not good. So give yourself the chance as well and looking for the best for that.